Oh, Avery's here. Hey, I just hit the live button
Oh, you're like, okay, never mind.
because I'm trying to go live on time.
Ah,
Ah, yeah.
well, there's some stuff to mention to you off air after.
Okay. About our friend?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured as much. All right, hold on a second. Let me make sure we're live on the stream. And we are. Okay, hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. It is Saturday night. I am here with my good friend Avery. How the heck are you, man?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're okay? All right, good deal. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Got Manuel in the comments. Hey, Manuel, how's it going? Manuel says, good evening, my friend Drew and Avery. Happy Saturday night. Welcome back, my two friends. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Dave says, hello, Drew. Hello, Avery. Thank you,
Hello.
Dave. Appreciate it. Dave says, hello to Manuel. And Manuel says, hello to Dave. All right. I am staying on top of the chat tonight. I am keeping up to date, staying on top of it, and it's going to completely blow up in my face any moment now. Oh, Glenn's here. Hey, Glenn. Glenn says, thanks for responding to my email, letting me know how you're okay. I also have, of course, a cousin in Florida. The good news is that CO doesn't have hurricanes. Yes, just an occasional blizzard, tornado, wildfire, and negative 20-degree temperature. The good thing about hurricanes, honestly, is you see them coming. You have plenty of time to prepare. It's tornadoes that tend to take you by surprise and wipe out your entire life in seconds. But luckily, we didn't have any tornadoes. I think there was a water spout a little west of us, and that was it. Nothing major. So Jim's here. Jim says, good evening, Drew and all. Welcome to the show. Manuel says, Glenn, have a happy Saturday, good evening Saturday night. And Dave says hello to Jim. Yes, the hurricane was, for us, it was not much of anything. How about for you? Did you get anything?
What?
The hurricane, storms,
Yeah.
anything?
Lost power. Parts of Valdosta, I think, still might not have power.
Oh, yeah? How
Uh,
long did you lose power for?
about 4 hours.
Oh, really? Wow, that's a lot.
Um,
That's
I had
not bad, but that's still a lot.
I got a leak in my office in the window.
In
It's
the
rained.
window,
It's
okay.
rained since then, and it didn't leak again. So it has to do with the wind and the direction of the rain.
Right. Sideways rain and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But one of the windows in the office has a leak now.
Get some caulk out. Do some caulking.
I got to find where it's at and why.
That's true. We lost power for about an hour Wednesday, and after a half hour, the rule kind of was with my regular day job work was if you don't have power or you don't have internet, you need to come into the office if the roads are safe. And at that point in time, there was just a little wind, and that was it. There wasn't even rain out. So I drove into the office, and by the time I got to the office, the electricity was back on. So I worked from the office for a few hours and then came back into work. Still got scam calls, but nobody really wanted to talk to me. So it's all right.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. They
I'm
keep
sorry.
trying. What's so funny is the video I put up today was me talking about how I expect my scammers to be smarter, and they're not. They're really dumb. And somebody commented and says, "Yeah, they're really dumb," and it's amazing that you're able to, that they keep calling and you keep screwing with them. And I said, "Yeah," and the funny part is I'm not that bright either. So if I'm dumb, they're really dumb,
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, and some of them it's the same ones,
yeah, a lot, absolutely.
and they keep calling you, and it's like,
Yeah. Manuel says, "Hey Jim, good evening on Saturday." Jim says, "Tim's here. Tim's here." Tim says, "Good evening, West Kentucky." Jim says, "Good evening to Dave." Manuel says, "Good evening to Tim." Manuel says, "Hey, we got rain earlier this morning, first time in 2 months." Oh wow! Well, that's one good thing about storms coming through is a lot of the outside edges get a lot of rain, and sometimes they really need them. So, uh, Tim says it was really hot and humid here this week till Thursday. You know, the day after the storm. It was beautiful skies and wonderful looking weather. So it all went right past us, which is good. We got very lucky here. Glenn says, got a call about replacement windows this week. Told them my prison cell has no windows. They were spoofing a company in Utah. I called the real company and gave them all the info I had on the scammer. Oh wow. They were actually claiming to be
Pretty
from
good.
the company, huh? Usually what's so funny is I'll get a call on my cell phone and it'll come up as a business name. And like I had one that came up as a barber shop. I've had ones that have come up as like security companies and all this. And it's Medicare and it's funeral expense scammers. They're just spoofing just anybody's number. So it's always a good way to identify a scam is when the number on your phone comes up as a business that they're not calling from. Nigella's here. Hey, how's it going? Says good evening. Manuel says, we have wildfires in Louisiana parishes. Well, then rain is a good thing, my friend. Manuel says, good evening to Nigella. Sandviral's here. Says, hi, you Drew. Hey, welcome to the show. Manuel says, hey to Sandviral. And Sandviral says, hello to Manuel. All right. I have a question for you, Avery. I don't know if this is just happening to me or if this is stuff that may be happening elsewhere and I just don't know it. But there is a stoplight, red, yellow, green stoplight, right down the street from me, that the yellow takes forever. Usually a yellow light takes 4 seconds at the most. But twice now, I've been driving down this road, and the speed limit on the road's 35. So if I'm doing 40, that's it. I'm not going very fast. And I'll be coming up on the light. It'll start to turn yellow. So I slow down because I'm not in any hurry to get through the light.
Yeah.
And twice now, I have found myself at a complete dead stop at the light while it's still yellow. And I'm sitting there looking at it going, is it going to change to red? And it seems like it takes forever.
Weird.
I don't know if the yellow light if they're giving the yellow light more seconds or something. But I wasn't sure if anybody else has experienced that where the yellow light is like 2-3 times what it normally is. Really? Okay. All right.
I haven't noticed anything.
Well, it's this one particular light, but it's happened to me twice now in the last like couple of days. And it's just really weird. I'm like, are they giving us more time at yellow lights now or what?
Or is it just that one?
Or is it just that one light? Yeah.
People run it anyway.
I don't know. But I felt really stupid being completely stopped looking up and it's still yellow. And it's still yellow. And it's still yellow. But it's a particular road there's not a lot of heavy traffic on it. I mean, there's traffic on it. But, I mean, at one time I did this, I stopped and there was actually somebody behind me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this person is probably so pissed that I just didn't keep going. But I came to a complete stop and it was still yellow. I've never had that happen before. Anyway, if anybody out there sees that happening to them, let me know. Let me know if I'm not the only crazy person in this chat.
You're the only crazy person.
Possibly. Quite possibly. Oh. So did you have a good day today? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of insomnia problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. I worked my butt off today at the store. Not really. But I mean, it's not heavy manual labor. It's just I had a lot of stuff to bring in the store because prior to the storm, I went to the store and took out all the CGC books, all the original art, and I got all the stuff that was completely and utterly irreplaceable out of the store just in case something happened. And then, of course, that means I had to load everything back up and take it back to the store. So, plus I was working with Ahmed today. Ahmed was in the store with me, and we were talking about making a display for some of the CGC slab books on the side wall, and it's going to require me to cut some wood and put up a frame, and so that'll be tomorrow's special project.
Oh, fun!
Yes, I like doing construction. I like doing building stuff in the store. It's a lot of fun for me, but
you can make videos.
Yeah, well, I may make a video afterwards showing the final results, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right, let me go check up on the chat real quick. Let's see. Nigella says, make check to D Promotions, P.O. Box 9999999. I haven't gotten a call from them in a while, though. They were calling me pretty regularly, but I screwed with them and screwed with them and screwed with them. And I haven't gotten a call from them. But I'm sure I'm on somebody's list to call back because, they can't give up. They can't ever give up. So we'll see what happens. Manuel says, I watched weather in Florida get hit good. I see lots of floods on the street. That happens almost everywhere in Florida. There's some areas, like some older areas, it's not Mandarin. What is it? The
Bay
one
Meadows.
area, Bay Meadows. Well, no, what's the area that's close to the river? Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
That area has old houses, like colonial type houses in some areas. That place floods like you wouldn't believe. It's something they just have yet to fix. And,
because parts of Florida, we even have tropical storms so much that there's certain neighborhoods in every city that flood regularly.
Yeah.
At least up to people's doorways, not like flood, like destroy people's houses, but like their yards or.
It's often enough to make it difficult to drive around.
Yes. In certain neighborhoods, yeah.
Yeah. You see a large puddle on a street. You don't want to drive through it very fast because it could be 2-3 feet deep in some areas. So you got to be careful.
It happens a lot.
Yeah. Darlene's here. Hey, Darlene says, hi, everyone. Welcome to the show, Darlene. Manuel says hello to Darlene. Glenn says, we are all some type of crazy. Absolutely. Jim says, good evening to Manuel. Bill's here. Hey, Bill, how's it going? There you are, and there you be. That's right. Here we are. Manuel says, I got email about COVID tests getting paid by scammers. I deleted in the trash. Very good. Danielle says, hello to Manuel. And Manuel says, hi, Bill. Happy Saturday night. Guys, check it out. I am on top of it. I am up to date on the chat. As long as you guys don't flood me, I'm going to stay that way. I promise. Anyway, let's see. What else happened today that was interesting? I had 2 guys come in and trade in some comics, so I got some new comics. One of them is a guy that has traded in with me before, and he always brings me a lot of more current stuff. Sometimes there's older stuff, sometimes it's current stuff, which is stuff I never have. It's new stuff. So I'm looking forward to going through the box and seeing what he's got in there. And the other guy had a bunch of junk, but there was some Star Wars in there that I know somebody might be interested in. So I made the guy a decent offer, and he jumped at it. So sometimes I think I make 2 decent offers, but that's okay. I don't mind, especially if I know I can sell them again. Let's see. Bill says, Hatch, one of the respected scam baiters, has COVID. Really? Oh, goodness. Bill says, Manuel GTSU, great to see you, maybe? I think that's good. Emmanuel says, ha ha ha, I'll laugh out loud, funny, Drew. Excellent. I went by, Avery, I know this is going to thrill you, it's going to make you really happy. But I went by the comic book store just to see what new stuff came out this week that I missed. Mm-hmm. And there was something interesting there. Do you remember when Sean Murphy was doing his crowdfunding for his own independent book?
Yeah, Plot Holes.
Plot Holes. It's actually made it into stores now.
Yeah.
So I picked it up just simply because I wasn't back in the campaign. But I picked up the first issue, and Sean Murphy's art is nice. I like his stuff. So, I'll have to read it, see if it's worth it sticking around for the next issue. But, yeah, we'll see. All right, hold on a second.
That
Bill
book
says,
done more than what it did.
Oh, I know, but
I didn't
the politics involved.
I didn't back it either.
Yep. Bill says, I messed with a Medicare scammer that called. Well, very good, very good. I got one, Avery. I got one, I think, matter of fact, it wasn't today's video, it was yesterday's video, in which the scammer told me he was in Tampa, Florida. And I asked him, I said, so how did you do through the storm? And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, didn't you guys just have a hurricane come through? And he's like, no. I'm like, you're so full of crap. You're not in Tampa, you liar.
Yeah.
And I called him out on it. And yeah, well, these guys are just disgusting. I had another one. I asked him where he was. He said Texas. I'm like, Texas. I didn't. I'm trying to. When I ask him these questions, where are you from or where are you calling from? It's in order to try to stump them on something. Yeah, and most of the times they walk right into it. But I always find it funny when the telephone number they're calling from. I always check and see what the area code is, and if it's a 904, of course I know that's Florida. But if it's something other than that, I always check to see what it is, and then I ask them where they're calling from. And I had one guy recently tell me he was like, I forget where he said he was. He was like somewhere in the middle of the country, and the number he was calling from was Hawaii. It's like, you guys are so bad. You suck at this game.
Hawaii phone number.
Yeah.
And they don't know. They don't know that about our area codes and how they work. And
no. A lot of times what they're doing is the number that shows up on your phone as who's calling is somebody they recently just called.
Yeah.
So they use the same numbers, and that's why blocking a number that comes in is useless, because they're not going to call from that number again. Very rarely are they going to reuse that number. They're going to use different numbers almost every single time. It's a nasty little way of getting around the system, and that's how they do it, you know? Let's see here. Manuel says, Louisiana, when Arcadia Ambulance in Florida. Not sure what that is. Bill says, I don't know acronyms too much. Okay. What did he say before? Oh. He said, I messed with a Medicare scammer that called. I don't know acronym. Okay. Jim says, has anyone gotten a call which the scammer asked to speak to the homeowner about their electric bill? I've gotten ones where they claim to be calling from from the electric provider, not from the company that provides my electric, but from the electric provider. And most of the cases is what they're trying to do is they're trying to convince you that they're giving you a rebate or they're giving you some type of discount. And in most cases, they just need you to make a deposit, a refundable deposit. You know, give them your checking account number or your credit card number or whatnot. That's usually what it is. But I love it when they say we're calling from your electrical provider. It's like
they have a name.
Your bank is not going to call you and say, "Hey, I'm calling from your bank." They're going to tell you where they're calling from. You know, they think they're smart by doing that. They think people won't notice that, but that's usually one of the big red flags that goes up is when they don't even know the name of the company they're claiming to be calling.
The thing is, though, they get enough elderly people.
It's true. It's true.
Well, are probably in mental decline and can't rationalize these things and understand.
Yeah.
And they get a credit card or they get a routing number. And they get enough of them.
Yeah, somebody asked me in one of my comments, said, has anyone ever given them a valid credit card number to see what they're going to try to scam you for? And in the several years that I've been dealing with the credit card scammers, I've never once given them a valid credit card number. I've never tested to see what they're going to try to take from you.
Yeah,
you know,
you could get one of those prepaid credit cards with like maybe 50, just put a little bit of money on it, a tiny bit that you don't mind losing for videos.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, there is a way businesses can authorize an amount and then bill for something else. Like the gas stations used to do that. When you would go to the gas station, I'm not sure, I haven't been in a credit card, I haven't worked for a credit card company in years, but it used to be when you ran your card at the gas station, there was a pre-authorized amount that the gas station attempted to get. And in most cases, it was $1.
Yeah.
You would swipe your card, they would authorize $1, you would pump the gas, and it was $25. They would then bill $25 later. But they would pre-authorize only $1. And that was very helpful to me when we were young and dumb and poor. if I had only a few bucks available on my credit card, I could fill up my gas tank. You know, I just pay the overdraft charge or the over limit fee later. But if I had $1 available on my credit card, I could fill up my gas tank.
Oof.
Now, I do not know if that's how it works nowadays. I do not
Yeah.
believe so, because I've actually run my card at the gas station, come home, gone to the bank to see what authorized amount came through, and it's usually the amount that I ended up pumping.
Yeah.
So you can't get away with that now, but there was a time when you could.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you bought a card and you only had a couple of bucks on it, if they authorized $1, they could technically bill whatever amount they wanted to. You know, they could put $200 on it.
Yeah.
So
but it'd be kind of cool to get one.
Well,
some of them you have a minimum how much you have to put on it.
That is true. That is
so
true. Well, you can always use it and then leave $2 on it. Yeah,
and leave a couple of bucks on it just to see. I mean, they couldn't get you for anything, because a lot of those things don't even have your name attached.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
but I hate risking. You know,
risking a couple of dollars.
No, I hate risking anything at all. All right, let's see what's going on. It'd be interesting
just to see what they buy.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I thought it was funny. The cable provider scammers wanted me to give them an eBay gift card to pay my bill. And I'm like, what are they going to use an eBay gift card for? What are they going to buy with eBay gift cards? I mean, I'm sure there might be a way to cash those in and get money back from them.
Or sell them. Or sell them. You can just buy stuff on eBay with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. What would they be buying on eBay?
You can buy anything on eBay almost.
Well, that is true. But what specifically would a scammer would be buying, you know?
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, that's...
It's how they make their living, so...
They've got to make something off it, so... Yeah.
All kinds of household items. You can find almost anything on eBay.
Yep. Glenn says, so, Hawaii is in another country. Who knew? No, it's in this country. It's not even in this time zone. It's like 6 time zones away, I think. You know what was interesting? What was interesting about Aruba, guys? Aruba is actually in a different time zone than the east coast of Florida. But they do not observe daylight savings. And because Florida, or the East Coast, was in daylight savings, even though they were in 2 different time zones, they were still the same time at the time that we went to Aruba. It was very jarring because it's in a different time zone, but it's the same time as Florida. It was really weird because I'm looking at my phone going, is my phone going to update with the correct time? What time is it? What time is it? And it turns out
it's the same time.
It's the same time. But it is in a different time zone.
It's the same time, but it's a different time zone.
Yeah.
You time traveled without time traveling.
I time traveled without time traveling. That is exactly what I did.
Amazing.
Yes, I know. Manuel says, Drew, are you ready for next week? Start of NFL games today, college football. I am looking forward to the NFL game starting. My Jags did very, very good in preseason. We do not normally win preseason games, and we won all 3 of our preseason games. Our first stringers did good. Our backups did good. Our third and fourth stringers did really good. So I'm very excited about it. And I think the first game is next Sunday, and I think it's a 1:00 game. I'll have to double check, which means if it is, I'll be watching it in the store. So I'll have it on the TV in the store, and I'll be paying attention to it and jumping up and down and screaming and hollering when they score and just having a good time. But yes, Manuel, I am very dearly looking forward to NFL games starting again. Darlene says, I got a spam email again about claiming my millions. Yep. Just had to give them my info and bank account number. Of course, that's all they need. That's all they need to give you millions, you know? Tim says, I got a series of calls, a city that was destroyed by a tornado in December of 2021. I quizzed them about their damage. They're probably like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Bill says, fall is in the air. Yes, it is. soon. We're not there yet. Here in Florida, it's still quote unquote summertime, but fall will be around the corner soon. Bertha's here. Says, good evening, everyone. It's just about open enrollment for Medicare, and because of scam baiters I follow, I look forward to screwing with them. Excellent. You know what's so funny is I got maybe 2 calls, maybe 3 calls all day today, and it's because it's a new month. It's at the end of the month that they start ramping up and calling and continuously calling. They've got quotas or something they're trying to meet. But today, extremely quiet. And I didn't mind that. Because I had a lot of stuff to do. But hopefully they'll start picking it back up on Monday and I'll start getting calls. Because what's so funny is I try to get at least 1 good call a day to make into a video. And there's days when I get none. I'll get a lot of shorts. I'll get a lot of short videos that I can make, but there's not a really good call. So then I got to go into my archive and go back a few days or a few weeks or a few months. I recently made a video like this past week that the call was actually like the 1st of July. It was a good call. Might as well use it, you know? But if I get like 2 or 3 good calls in a day, I'm like, yes, that's like 2 or 3 videos. I can get ahead. But my goal is always to get at least 1 good video a day. I don't know if you guys realize that there was a day where instead of doing a day in the life where I put together a whole bunch of videos, it was a day of shorts because that's literally all I got that day was enough to make shorts. So I just strung like 5 or 6 shorts together to make a video. But hey, as long as they're going to keep calling, I'm going to keep screwing with them.
Yeah,
that's the new motto, or that's always been my motto.
Screw them.
That's right. Bill says,
Tell them they have a pretty mouth next time.
Jeez. Not sure what Bill's referring to. Manuel says, good evening to births. Jim says, I got a spam email all the time. He says, I get those spam emails all the time. Yeah. Darlene says, cooler weather today in the 70s. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Nice.
John says, I was told that you should never say yes to a scammer. Is that true? I've heard people comment on my videos, you should never say yes because they're recording you and they're going to use that in some way against you. But John, I'll be honest with you. Every time I give them information, it's all made up. It's all fake. It's never my information. So if they want to claim Timothy Williams said yes, go for it, because there is no Timothy Williams. There is no Carl Walters. There is no Herschel Jones. There is no Timothy Jones, which I don't know how they got Timothy Jones. But all the information I give them is all completely 100% made up. So if they want to use that to try to do something, go for it. But if they have your information, then I could see where not saying yes. But I don't know how true that the statement is that they record you saying yes to use it for something else later. I wouldn't put it above them, but I'll be honest with you, John, a lot of the scammers I deal with are dumb as crap. And to be able to record you saying yes to use it for something else, that's giving them a lot of credit. A lot of credit. I mean, I'm serious. It is, but
that's giving them a lot.
So I don't know. I've heard that before, but I don't know how accurate that is. So, like I said, I screw with them all the time, but I always give them fake information to begin with. Glenn says, got a Visa gift card and spent all but 50 cents. Excellent. Glenn, share that number with me. Share it with me. You know how to reach me. Manuel says, Acadian ambulance to Florida. Okay. I'm just not sure what that's in reference to, Manuel. You got to go into more detail. Tell me what that's about. Darlene says, I wrote back to one of those emails. I told them, no thanks, scammer. Good job. Hey, Winona's here. Hey, Winona says, hey, all. How's it going? Manuel says, good evening to Winona. Berth says, hey to Winona. Bill says, I thought bugs were peeing on me today, but it was just a South Texas monsoon. Delete this if you see fit.
Bugs are peeing on him.
Bugs are peeing on you. That's We always said God was peeing on us, you know?
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Tim says, when I get offers in the mail, I always return a prepaid envelope with a big no thanks. Very good. I used to do that with the charity donation ones. I would always tell them, go ahead and send me the statement, send me the letter, and I'll return it with a special gift for you. But we don't get a lot of those as much anymore. I keep getting back-to-back charity scam calls lately, and they're always despicable. They're the ones where they tell you that they're going to use the money to elect lawmakers. They're not going to help the firefighters. They're not going to help the police. They're not going to help the veterans. They're going to elect lawmakers.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that is probably a legitimate collection technique for politicians, but it's a damn right scam in my mind, because they're not helping the people they're claiming to help. They're trying to get people elected. And you know what? If you are of one party over another, they're giving the money to the other people, guaranteed. So whoever you support, that's not who's getting the money. But I don't know that for sure. I'm just making that wild ass claim. You guys know what I mean. Manuel said Louisiana sent electric company help to Florida. I gotcha. Yeah, we had people from Jacksonville, Clay County, and St. Augustine going to the Panhandle to help out. That always happens, and that's always a great thing. When one state sends resources to another to help them out, it's always a wonderful thing to hear. So it's a good thing. Berth says, I love when one scam baiter asks him if he was in Central Standard Time or Mountain Standard Time when he said, I was in Seattle, Washington, and he said it was Central Standard Time. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Not for Seattle. Isn't Seattle like on Pacific Time or something? I'm pretty sure it is. Manuel says, I watch videos on YouTube about scammers from Asia scamming man for crypto scams. Yes, you got to be careful of those ones too. They're out there.
Oh, yeah, I've had someone on the Instagram try to scam me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They offered to buy some of my artwork as NFTs.
Oh, you told me about that, where they were offering ridiculous amounts.
Yeah. Way too high. And I'm just like, well, I told him, well, the comic sold out.
Yeah.
But you could probably buy it from one of our holders on OpenSea. They messaged back. They don't use OpenSea. They have a platform they trust.
Oh.
I'm just like, If you're into crypto, you probably will use OpenSea.
Yeah.
And because they're one of the more reputable ones.
Yeah, see, that seems very, very iffy to me. So
I was just like, nah, buddy, you're not getting access to my wallet.
Nope. Very good.
Hey, Rick, what's up, buddy?
Rick's here? All right, cool. Let me get to him. Glenn says several Indian provinces' time zones are not on the hour. Some are off by 30 minutes. Really? You know, I've heard that there are time zones that are not in hour increments, but I didn't know exactly where they were. So, all right, let me catch up here real quick. Glenn says, I got an email about my iCloud storage room. Really? I have an Android. Manuel says, my team Dallas Cowboys play Saturday night versus the New York Giants. All right, well, then I'm going to root for the Cowboys. Winona says, Purdy Mouth is a quote from the movie Deliverance. Yes, it is. Manuel says, good evening, John.
And it turns out when you put that mouth on Angelina Jolie, it is kind of pretty.
Oh, jeez. Craig's here. Welcome, Craig. How's it going? Dave says, Drew, I will bet you the Browns beat the Jags. Oh, okay. We're betting. The Browns? Are you serious? The Browns, aren't they like one of the worst? They're like the Lions, right? Oh, come on, Dave. I mean, that's a sucker's bet, but I'll take it. Manuel says, I like your videos. This name, Carl Scammer, very, very stupid. I laughed so loud. I like it when he called me Carol. And he started spelling the name C-A-R-E-L or C-A-R-L-E. And I'm like, there's no E in my name, dude. Glenn says, who is it that listens to these calls that are recorded for quality and training purposes? I I always kind of giggle when they say this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. And all I can think to myself is, yes, it is being recorded, but not necessarily for quality or training.
It's been recorded for the lulls.
It's been recorded for the lulls. Bill says, picture of your left screen or viewer's right. The title says, "I'm not." It's the T-shirt that the character that Avery drew. It actually says, "I'm not." What does it say?
I'm not even trying.
I'm not even trying. So you're only seeing partial of it. So Jim says, I get spam emails claiming my bank account is going to be frozen. Click to update your information. I laughed. I always check my bank online. It's a good thing. Manuel says Arcadia went to help people in Florida. Very good, very good. Cross is here. Hey, Rick, how's it going, man? My condolences. I hope you're doing okay. We'll talk later, okay, my friend?
I've been praying for you, buddy.
Yep. Berth says hi to Cross. Jim says good evening to Cross. Cross says just dealing. Yep. That's all you can do. Just keep kicking, my friend. Manuel says hi to Cross. Smidgen's here. Hey, Smidgen says good evening, everyone. How are you all? We're doing fantastic, my friend. Dave says hello to Cross. Justin's here. Hey, Justin says, wow, I actually made it. Well, fantastic. Welcome to the show. Burr says hi to Smidgen. Justin says, first in a few months. Well, okay. I am trying very hard. We have some family friends, my wife and I. We hadn't seen in, it's probably been almost a year and a half. And they literally live like 10 miles away. They're close to where we used to live, and we've known them forever. And we just haven't connected in a while. And I asked them, say, hey, you guys want to go out to dinner one night? And they're like, yeah, sure, let's do it one weekend. And I said, I just can't do it on Saturday. I have commitments on Saturday. I can't do it Saturday night. And they're like, oh, okay. How about Sunday? I said, Sunday's perfect. But you guys are my priority on Saturday night. So, and I appreciate everybody who comes by and stops by. And I appreciate you, Justin. Thank you so much. Bertha says Kansas City opens Thursday night. Who do they play? Who do Kansas City play? Manuel says good evening to Smidgen. Smidgen says hi to Manuel. Smidgen says hi to Berths. Tank's here. Hey, Tank, how's it going? Had to stop by and smash the like button. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. Craig says Jaguars are 11th in line. Vegas odds to win the Super Bowl. Really? 11? Hey, that at least means making it to the playoffs again. So this last year, they made it to the playoffs and they won their first playoff game. And if you guys have not seen the highlights of that game, there was a moment in time when they were down 27-0, and they came back and won that game. It is a fantastic game if you want to just watch the highlights. Type in Jaguar. I forgot, who did they play? Oh my gosh, I can't remember who they played. The Chargers, I think. It was the first preseason game. I think it was the wild card weekend game. Great game. They completely had them out like half the way through the game, and they had a great turnout. I enjoyed sitting down watching that game from start to finish. It was a good one. Tank says hey to Rick. Manuel says good evening to Tank. Cross says thanks for the prayers. Absolutely. Tank says hi to Manuel. Craig says like button please. Yes, please. Manuel says good evening to Craig. Cross says funeral is going to be on Wednesday. All right, my friend, we'll keep you in our thoughts, okay? Oh, I know it's rough. Tank says Rick should drop a link to his store or Give Send Go, especially if he has a Give Send Go or a what's the other?
I can drop it. I can drop the link in chat. I just didn't want to put stuff out there if Rick wasn't comfortable, didn't want to talk about it.
Right. Well, if he says it's okay, we'll mention what happened, but I mean, we'll keep it, between us. But
okay, Rick put it in there. Okay, Rick's cool. I'll put it in there.
Okay. Rick recently lost his mom, and I mean, ever since I've known Rick, and I've known him for several years now, his mom's always been right there with him.
Yep.
Pretty much like a shadow, right behind him, keeping an eye on him, keeping him on the straight and narrow.
Very supportive.
Very supportive.
On the show.
And it was, yeah. And, I think she actually joined on some of our shows when we live streamed. At least in the background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She would pop in. But this is a gift and go to help Rick out.
Okay.
If you can, just a couple of dollars. If you can't, everybody understands.
Yep.
But if you can, it would be very appreciated.
Absolutely.
Rick's a very good person. He's a good friend. He's been there for me, man. I can't tell you how important his auctions were when we would come on there, because I was going through
we had a lot of fun on those.
Yeah, and Rick would have these auctions, these art auctions on his channel, and invite me and other artists to come on his channel. And there's a lot of times, man, I wouldn't have been buying groceries that week if Rick didn't share his platform with me and allow me to sell my artwork on his channel to his audience.
Yep, absolutely.
So if you can give anything at all to help Rick, I personally would really appreciate it.
Yep.
Even if it's just $5. Anything, it all adds up. Rick's a good person.
He is. Craig says hi to Manuel. Let me catch up on the chat. Manuel says, I'm praying for Cross, my friend. Smidgen says it was been across the pond where Rosie lives and sample whiskey and haggis. Yeah, Rosie's isn't here this evening, or at least not yet. I hope everything's going good. I know it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning where she's at, so if she's sleeping, I forgive her. She's allowed to sleep, get some sleep in the middle of the night. So Tank says, always good to see you guys. Thanks, man. I appreciate you checking in.
You too, buddy.
Greg says KC plays Detroit. Okay. Well, see, that should be an easy game. The Lions, they're a joke, aren't they? Or at least I think they are. Oh, wait, no. Burst says Kansas City plays Miami. Oh, got to keep track of all that stuff. I have a hard enough time keeping track of who the Jags are playing. Matter of fact, I'm not sure who they're playing the first game. I think it's one of our rivals. It's either Tennessee or Colts or one of those. But it's not till next week. I will be prepared come next weekend. I'll be ready to go. Cross says thanks to Manuel. Manuel says, Justin, happy Saturday. Smidgen says, Cross, my condolences. Cross says, thanks to Smidgen. Bill says, do you know if the Asian scam pig butchering scam? It's a crypto scam. Really, I have not heard of that one. Asian scam pig butchering scam. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a joke or not, but I have not heard of that. So Glenn says Broncos last preseason won 41-0. Very good. Burr says it's not Miami. It's not Miami. I'm wrong. And this is the link for the give send go for Rick for Cross. I don't know if I can copy it directly from here. I'm going to save this for later.
I'll put it in private chat because it's
perfect.
It's still in my, what I last pasted.
Okay.
So I should be able to just paste it again.
Cool.
There, it's in private chat.
Perfect. I need it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Geez, my last post sounded like I was still sampling the whiskey. Laugh out loud, says Spitchin. You're good. Cross says it's okay. Birth says you are correct. They are playing Detroit. All right. Manuel says thank you, my friend Drew, my team Dallas. Okay. My mother-in-law, she doesn't follow football at all, and other than the Jags, the only team she is familiar with is the Dallas Cowboys. And the only thing she knows about them is that they play in Dallas. That's it. That's all she knows about football, other than the Jags. So, and you know what's so funny? Avery, I don't know if I ever told you this. She actually worked for the Jaguars for a while.
Oh, cool.
It was many years ago. She was doing some temp work, and she worked in the main office at Jaguars HQ down at the stadium.
Oh, cool.
And she loved it. She thought it was great. She all she could tell me is that some of those men were huge.
Yeah.
Compared to her, I'm huge. But she was like, they were like giants to her. And
Yeah.
I think she said this was back when Brunel was the quarterback.
Uh-huh.
And she met him and a couple of the guys that she has no clue what their names are now, but she met some. And yeah, I don't think she worked there more than a few days. It was just like I said, a temporary gig. But
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Tank says Rick is a cornerstone. He absolutely is.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He's a good dude.
Manio says, I'm very sorry, Rick. She rests in peace. Absolutely. Craig says to Burst, thumbs up. Manuel says, I met Rick's mom live chat on Wednesday Comic Chat. You did? Okay.
Cool.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Cross says, thanks again, Manuel. Bill says, my jeans are falling apart. How much do you pay me for them? What?
What?
My jeans are falling apart. How much will
okay.
you pay me for them? I honestly don't need falling apart jeans right now, so.
No. You've already got fallen off shorts at the airport.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Oh, I told that story. Oh, I screwed up the story. We were at my sister's house for my nephew's birthday, and I was telling everybody the story, and I had a captive audience and everybody, and I was telling them the story, and I screwed up one part, and my wife corrected me. I said, then my drawers dropped to my ankles. And she goes, not your drawers, your shorts. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sorry. And they were all just bawling. And I'm like, that does make a difference.
Oh, my God. You're not going to believe who's in chat.
Oh, yeah? Holy crap. Let me get to it real quick.
Yeah.
Bill says, no, it's a real scam. I saw it at the Pleasant Green channel. Okay. Bill says, it's Friday night somewhere. Absolutely. Smidgen says, I just saw there's a Pleasant Green video titled Pig Butcher Scam. I haven't watched it and not sure what it is. All right, that's something we'll have to look for. Darlene says, I saw notifications of that scam. I haven't listened to it yet. Smidgen says, Dallas Cowboys train near my home. I don't go watch them, though. Well, that's all right. Arthur Brown, the uncanny Kodiak, says, yo, I was looking for you last night. You're on the Saturday night now. We do Saturday night on the SCAMS channel. Friday night, we do it on Todd's
Clever Era
is where we do that one. We
As
started
well,
8 o'clock on that one.
And there's a Thursday show that should be coming back on Todd's channel called Lore Games, where we develop the lore for his NFT comic projects.
Yep, which is a lot of fun. That's a lot. If you guys have
of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Like audience participation is encouraged in creating these stories. It's even going to be part of the role-playing game that's being developed, so the community can create stories that will later be incorporated into the lore.
Wouldn't it be great if somebody developed a role-playing game about scammers?
A scam, kind of a scam call board game.
Yeah.
It's got like role-playing game elements where you use cards. Oh yeah.
And if you
Medicare scam, I block with with
and to win, you actually have to scam somebody, and you have to go through certain levels in order to get it. You have to create confidence. You have to create fear. You have to create what is the urgency. There's all these different things that you have to create in the call in order to win the scam. Dude, this is something
that's actually kind of funny, and it plays sort of like a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Yeah, and if you screw up and the person calls you out on something you say, you lose. Once you lose their confidence, once you lose their trust, you lose. It's got to be one of those things where you can build it. You have to build on so many different levels. Yeah. But if you lose on one area enough, like if you take a hit, like if you roll the dice and you get a 1, whatever that, what is that called when you get a 1?
Get
tripping, or you lose confidence and the scam gets lost.
Oh my God.
We got to talk to Todd. We got to see what Todd can do to help us with this one. Eddie G says maybe her jeans are falling apart. Oh, jeez Louise. Burr says, I grew up in Colorado, Broncos fans, but I have family in every corner of Florida, so I'm a fan of all NFL teams in Florida. Okay, well, good. That means you've got a little bit of Jaguar in there, so that's good. Manuel says, okay, wow, awesome, Smidgen. Kodiak says, I'm delivering, so I can't answer, but I'm here listening to you guys. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, Arthur's even
I
creating posting
know.
art now. I saw some new
Oh,
art.
good,
He
good.
posted some new art on
It's
Instagram and Facebook. I saw it
he's
last
doing it
night.
on Instagram. You know, I barely ever go there anymore. Oh, good God! Now he's gonna have
No,
to start
no,
going there.
he has posted some of it on Facebook. You can see it.
Well, I'm barely on Facebook either.
Well, you're not on anything but YouTube.
That's right. Tank says bear. Eddie G says, I just saw the pig video on Pleasant Green's channel. Tank says, holy smokes. Bill says, falling apart jeans are a prime seller. They make new jeans look ripped up for hundreds of dollars in Asia. I've heard of that before. I didn't think it was still a thing. But one of the younger kids that came to the birthday party, my nephew is 23. My brother-in-law's son is 23. They had a friend from across the street that came over to visit, and this girl, she's a teenager. I don't know exactly how old she was, but she was wearing cargo pants, and they were all saying how she looked really good in the cargo pants. And I was like, is cargo pants a thing again? I mean, is that coming back? And then I turned to my sister and I said, ooh, what if parachute pants came back? Damn, I could rock the parachute pants.
Get you some of those MC Hammer pants.
Oh, I never wore those, but I did have parachute pants. I did do the parachute.
You know what?
pants.
I think I did have a pair, the kind people wore to the gym that had the super baggy low crotch in the 80s. I had a pair of those. What were those called? I forgot.
I don't know.
And I think I had a pair of parachute pants too. Back in the early 80s. I was in elementary school.
I had a couple of pairs of parachute pants. I had different colors. I had like black, green, gray. I even have red. Can you imagine if we had red parachute pants?
Oh, we need to make that happen now. We need to
we gotta make it happen. Manuel says, Bear, I hope we win some games. Glass Bottles here. Hey, he says hello, E&E. Darlene says they sent them there too, Bill. They sell them there too. Okay. Talking about the ripped jeans.
Yeah.
Smidgen says gamer game for each and everything. That does sound good. Manuel says hello to Drew. Happy Friday night. Happy Saturday night. Cross says make the game, Andrew. Yeah, we got to look into that. Tank says I would do art for this game.
Nice.
Bill says Eddie G's Music World awesome. Tank says I could help with the game theory and math systems. See, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll probably get some help with it. Now, we'll have to see if Todd can incorporate it into lore games. Would be funny.
Oh yeah.
Eddie G's Music World. Happy Saturday, says Manuel. Pez, hey Pez, how's it going? Says good day, everybody. Hope you're all well today. Absolutely fantastic, Pez. Thank you. Dave says hello to Pez. Eddie G says thanks to Manuel and Bill. Manuel says when I see Todd's YouTube channel, my friend Drew R. Avery, his channel is Clever Era.
Yep.
CLEVER Clever Era ERA. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He does a lot of stuff about NFTs, which I really don't care about, but I like the lore building stuff. So
yeah.
Glass Bottle says hello to Pez. That stuff can be fun. Pez says
we're about
to
back to work on to make some more comics.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to.
Cross says here's a link to my mom's OB and the funeral website. Excellent, thank you, man. Manuel says hey to Pez, happy Saturday. Actually, no, wait a minute. He says happy Sunday because Pez, he lives on the other side of the world, so it's Sunday where he's at. Pez says g'day to Glass Bottle. Smidgen says hey to Pez. Bill says MC Hammer pants. Never.
Yeah, you remember the kind that had like print on them and stuff, like Joe Piscopo always wore?
Yep.
Yeah, like I had those kind. Not like the kind that MC Hammer wore, but the ones that are like the ones dudes always wore to the gym.
Yeah, Smidgen says hammer pants, Avery.
Those were the only kind of gym pants you could buy back then. They looked almost like pajamas.
You could have done sweatpants. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, his sweatpants were still around. Yeah.
Manuel says good.
I was in elementary school. What did I know?
Yeah, I know. Pez says, "G'day to Manuel. Hope you are well, mate." Glass Bottle says, "Hello to Manuel." Manuel says, "I'm doing good on Saturday night. Fantastic." Darlene says, "Hi to Pez." Glenn says, "New scam baiting name for the wear shorts is Dick Dangler." Kodiak says, "War Games is like the greatest name I've heard in years." War Games. Okay.
Lore Games.
Lore, Lore.
He corrects himself. Autocorrect.
Okay. Gotcha. Pez says, "G'day, Smidgen." And Kodiak says, "Lore spelled correctly, changed it." You know what? You know what the name of our game would be? Something like Scam Games, or that sounds a little silly. Something scammer.
Call it Scam Bait, dude.
Scam Bait. Well, I had the idea of doing a graphic novel called Scam Bait, which was a story I made up that's kind of loosely based on my story, but it also included a vampire. So
yeah, you should do it.
I know. One of these days,
you should do it. Your audience may be up for it.
One of these days, when I'm not working a full-time job, it'll be something that happens.
Okay.
Absolutely. Pez says, "Good day to Darlene." And Bill says, "I think they're getting quicker keeping up with the comments. I'm running out of things to say." Ha ha ha! I am so up on the comments. Damn! I am with it tonight, guys. Manuel says, "Hello to Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Kodiak. Happy Saturday." See, look at that. That was left at 8:56.
Man,
I just read it.
Kodiak, Tank, and Rick all here. That's cool. That's some throwback, man.
That is, yes,
this was
that
a
is.
comics channel.
Yeah, you guys.
Although he does still have a comics channel.
I do. I just don't live stream on it. But I used to do 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And then I did 3 or 4 nights a week too.
Yeah, we did live drawings. We did a whole bunch of different stuff. We just threw everything at the wall.
I need to get back to it.
Yeah, it was the scams that is what hit.
It took off for you, and this had to become a scam channel. It had to.
Glenn says, "Game name call center, scam call center."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we're working on it. We're throwing it around. We'll figure it out. Manuel says, "Drew, you hear that Indy when Indy went to the moon? It was on CNN News." Drew, you hear that Indy? Does he mean India? Went to the moon. It was on CNN News. I don't watch CNN News, so I don't know. But no, I hadn't heard that. Bill says, "What the hey" to Pez. Tank says, "It sounds old school underground comic madness." Yes.
Yep.
Tank says, "Good times." Star Chaser's here. "Hey, how's it going?" Says, "Hello all." Pez says, "Good day to Star Chaser." Craig says, "Thumbs up to Star Chaser." Manuel says, "Hey, Star Chaser." Glass Bottle says, "Yes, India. India, yes, okay." And Smidgen says to Eddie, "I was thinking the same thing. That was 1968. I love that song." All right, what did Eddie say that I missed completely? He said, "The crazy world of Arthur Brown had the hit fire." I have no idea what that is, but okay. Cross says, "It was on CNN. That has to be true." Not.
Yeah, press CNN, all of them. It's absolutely all of them now.
Oh, yeah.
You have to press X for doubt.
Yeah. Kodiak says, "So, guys, I've joined the toxic world of online dating." Oh, goodness gracious.
Ooh.
But I was thinking of Andrew the other day. Why would he be doing that? Because of the amount of scammers that try to scam you and from overseas from these dating sites. Are you serious?
I believe it.
I can believe it, but oh my God.
Yep.
Dude.
Trying to get you to PayPal them some money or something.
Let's meet up for a good time. Send me a little bit of money so I can Uber over to where you're at.
Yep, stuff like that.
Oh, wow. I wonder how... He's going to have to tell us how often that happens.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've done the online dating thing, and ooh. Boy.
Oh, yeah? I'm so
Oh,
thankful.
boy.
I am so thankful for my wife. I thank God every day for her. I thank God every day that she lowered her standards enough in order to say yes to me. And I I don't know what I would do without her. I swear to God, there's no freaking way in hell I'd be dating. And that would never happen.
I don't even try anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh.
I would die a very lonely man if I had to date. So Kodiak, get out there and get it, man. Do it. Do it.
Wrap it up.
Eddie says it was a hit from the 1960s. Okay. Glass Bottle says, how much money did the scammers steal to go to the moon? Takes a bunch of them scammers on a rocket and let it crash. That's got to be one of the goals of the scam call center in the game, is to make enough money in order to
fund a space program,
or at least rent a rocket from Elon Musk.
Oh.
You know, one that takes satellites into space, not people, but they would hitch a ride anyway. Oh my God. Maybe like one of those buses, or not one of the buses, one of the trains in India where the people are hanging off the side of them. That would be the Dude, you see that visually in your mind?
Yes.
That's got to be something in the game. Bill says India successful and Russia spiraled out of control. Is it real or Memorex? Otter Tank says now you have a field reporter. Nice. Zoe's here. Hey, Zoe says, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Jim says that's funny, Glass Bottle. Manuel says hello to Zoe. Good evening. Zoe says, do you live in the USA? Yes, we do. The two of us do. Well, not everybody here does, but a lot of us do. Oops. Bill says, Glass Bottle, low blow, but fair. Manuel says, yes, we live in the USA. Tank says, laugh out loud, we're all going to hell. Yes, that's probably true too. Bill says, low blow. Okay, I read that one. Zoe says, I live in hell. Well, I'm sorry. Would that be California? New York?
Yeah, Detroit?
Yeah. Smidgen says, send the scammers rocket to Uranus.
Send the scammers rockets.
Zoe says, hey. Glenn says, it's not Jetsons. It's not the Jetsons anymore.
Yeah.
And Pez says, good day to Zoe. All right, guys. We've been on for an hour. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Zoe says, no, London, UK. Okay. London's hell? Really? I always thought that. I mean, not that I ever wanted to go there, but I always thought it was nice, maybe.
It's gone down recently.
Yeah, that I could believe. My sister-in-law, they recently, for their honeymoon, went to Italy, and she said it was very nice. They liked a lot about it, but it was dirty. And she really didn't go into more explanation on that. She just said it was really dirty. And I'm like, that's not the image that I get in my mind when I think of going to Italy, you know? But needless to say, we're going to wrap it up for this evening. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please be safe. Remember, if you ever get calls like the ones I get and share with you, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you screw with them, record it and share. Screw and share. I'm amazed that we haven't helped create more scam baiting channels on YouTube. You know, I'm sure there's a couple more out there, but yeah. All right, everybody. Peace out. Be good. Avery, once again, thank you for being my Ed McMahon.
Hi-oh.
And, you all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.